What's up, guys? Quarter here. I'm back day 2 at the 1739 house. I've got Doug over there. I got Kyle over there. The homeowner might come out later and join us. My first dig of the day. Nothing special, but it's this really old copper square nail. And man, it might not look like much, but at least I know there's a lot of stuff in this area. So we're gonna hunt around. We're gonna do the front yard today. We're gonna do more in the back by the old barn, and hopefully we'll find some good stuff. Be back soon, guys. All right, first good find of the day. I'm working this burn. This goes up to the original road up there, which used to be a cobblestone road. There's this massive hill, and I came down here about maybe 6 inches down, and I got a good sized flat button with a shank on there. I don't know if there's going to be any markings on it or if it's slick, and I don't want to rub it on it. I'm not going to rub on the front. You can see the shank on the back. Looks like it's a complete shank, a little smush, but it's there. That's a really good find. It's going to be copper. I've pulled a lot of buttons from this yard, and we're going to keep this going. So awesome find there. I'll clean it up at the end. That's a beautiful one. All right, I thought I had a coin here. I told Kyle to come over.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
No, it's not a coin, so you can go back.
Thank you, sir.
It's this thing. And it's got some fancy on it. Obviously, it's not a coin. It's about the size of a penny. I thought I was going to be digging a weedy, maybe an Indian, but it's this. I'll show at the end. It's a pretty interesting little doodad, but not what I thought. So maybe Kyle will find something right there. We'll see. All right, I just dug a shotgun shell, and I rechecked the hole, and I had another high 60 signal, and I got that.
All right.
At first I thought it was a watch fob when I pulled it out, but it's too big. I think it's some sort of...
It's got some design on it.
Yeah, there's something on the back. It looks like it would hinge on to something on both sides, and there's a design right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
But the sun is brutally, it just ruins my videos. I gotta call somebody about that sun. We gotta turn it down a little bit. All right, I got another button. Kyle just landed a button. He's over there. I just got another one. This is the smallest one yet. It's actually like a half ball button. It's round. This one, the shank is busted off. You can see the 2 points where the shank was. It was tiny. It was really squeaky. It's so small, about maybe 6-7 inches down. You can see where the shank was. It's missing now, but it's like half a ball button. I think there's a name for these. It could even be a blowhole button. I'll have to look at it later and see if there's any holes in it. But awesome. 2 buttons right off the bat. What a good start. Very cool. Just got my first coin of the day. It is so sunny out. I apologize. I can't film it. I don't know what the heck this is. It is really slick on both sides. I think it's an Indian. I think I can almost see some of the headdress. Both sides are terrible. I can't even really film it because the sun. It was about 8 inches deep. It was squeaking up in the Indian wheat penny category. I'll have Kyle take a look at it. He's got some good peepers. But that's what I'm going to go with for now. We'll see. I'm just in the shade line here. It is really hot. There's Doug. There's Kyle by the old barn. I had a really loud signal, 82, 83, and I got this. It's a piece of aluminum. I'll come out in the sun. But you can see, nope, back in the shade. You can see up here with my finger, it's got some fancy lettering. You can see the letter R-N apostrophe S. So it probably said like corns or porn. Well, I wouldn't say porns, maybe it would. Corns, or I don't know what else ends in R-N apostrophe S, barns. I don't know. So I don't know what it's to, but definitely has some cool fancy on it. I think it's just aluminum, but interesting doodad. Put it in the bag, bring it home. All right, Doug's got something good, he said. Let's see what he's got over here. What you got? Ah, let me see that. It looks like it's a watch, Doug.
Looks like it.
Yeah, it's part of a watch. Let me see if I can get it in the shade here. I'll block the... Yeah, it's a face. I think it's to a watch. You can see the winder there. It's got some cool fancy inside,
yeah, sure
colored.
Does. I didn't clean the back, so I can't tell what that is, whether it's solid or...
It's real shiny on the side. It was silver plate, unless it's real silver, Doug. I mean, Look at the outside surrounding, Doug.
Yes.
It's really, I think
That's
it might
how
be
it came.
silver.
Might be.
It's real shiny. I'm not seeing a lot of corrosion yet. Right on around the rim.
But doesn't it look like a watch though with that?
Oh, it's definitely, yeah. It's definitely
winder
that's
at the
winder
top.
over there, yep.
That neat. Looks
That's
like
a heck of a
pumpkin.
good find.
It's about time.
Yeah, very, very cool, man. I'll get it in the shade later so people can see it better, but
Okay, I'll
it
try
might
to
be
clean it up
sterling.
some.
Might be sterling around the outside there.
Might be
Awesome
nice.
job.
Thank
Very
you.
good.
Thank you.
All right, I called Doug over. I got another one to take my glove off. Can you see the rim, Doug? Right there.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be a coin.
Deep.
There it is. And it is... I'm going to have to let it dry again. Doug, I think this is an Indian.
Yes.
I think it's an Indian, Doug,
Yes.
but man, it is...
Wait. Yep.
I don't want to rub on it. I
Yeah.
want to let it dry. It looks a little bigger than a penny, but it's hard to tell. I think it's Indian. This is not a wheat penny. I think it's going to be an Indian, but it's just... This is how they come out of the ground. Just hard to see anything. I'm going to have to clean it up later, but I don't think this is a wheat penny. All right, I got another one. If you can see it, it's in my plug. I fished down. Oh, Doug, this is tiny, Doug. This might be a button. Oh, this might have a fancy on it. Let me bring this to the shade.
Button size.
No, it is a button. Oh, I just dropped it. There it is. Look at this one, Doug.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
That's not a shank. It's a flat button on this side, but a very unique back to it.
Yeah.
That's cool. Smaller than a penny. It was sounding squeaky, but they're deep. That's a cool one. I'll clean that up later and show it. Awesome little flat button there.
Nice.
I just came back to the car for a water and Doug screams from way out there, silver thimble. Wow, Doug.
Check the other side.
Oh my goodness.
It's got some writing.
Right, with my car, that's definitely sterling.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's got someone's initials.
Like initials, yeah.
I've got a weird lighting here, even in my trunk. That is beautiful,
It is
Doug.
absolutely.
Now these will usually say sterling on the inside.
Yeah.
Right under this part.
Right.
If you look inside, it'll say sterling or 925, but I could tell it is just from looking at it.
Yep.
Fantastic find.
Beats the 20 nails I've dug up so far.
Hopefully you can figure out what those initials are later. I don't know why
Yeah.
my camera's giving me a hard time. Just the sun,
I'll put my
shade.
glasses on, see what I can
Yeah.
decipher.
That's beautiful. Excellent
Hey,
find.
Thank
Beautiful.
you.
Best
Thank
one all
you.
day.
Thank you. Well,
All right,
best one
Jason's
for
got
me.
a nice tone.
He thinks it's a
Can you hear that,
coin.
Doug?
I can hear it. And we're going to dig it live.
What about here?
All right.
6 inches. Oh, man.
6 inches down, you hit some slag.
I hit a stump first dig. Might not be a coin, but it's going to be a brass coin-shaped item. Brass.
As long as it isn't an aluminum circle, we're good with that.
Oh, it's down there even deeper. That's a good
All
sign,
right,
Doug.
that is a good sign.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Where's Kyle?
The moment of truth.
It's right there, Doug.
There
I
it
said I'm
is.
a good pinpointer,
Oh,
Doug. I
you
never
are.
miss it.
I'm going to let you dig all
Never-
my holes.
Never miss it.
Still down.
I thought I had it in my hand for a second.
There it is. A little bit on the side.
Coin.
There it is. It's a coin. I bet you it's a wheat. Still IDing it.
Yep, I see Abe Lincoln.
Abe's on
And if you
there.
can see that nice scratch, Doug, I hit it with my shovel. So,
You're a
so
good
much for my
pinpointer, just
bragging.
not a good digger.
It's a wheat penny. I can see it's,
It's a
194 something. So.
And we've been pulling a lot of wheats out of
Yeah,
here.
1940
but it's
something.
a coin.
Yep, second coin of the day. One wheat, one Indian.
Nice deal.
This seems to be the coin spot. It seems like the front, Doug,
yeah,
is
it's
the button spot. The middle is the coin spot, and the back is the iron, junky, trashy, relic-y stuff.
Yeah, we'll let
It's
Kyle
like 3
have all
distinct
that.
zones.
Okay.
So Kyle's heading back there. He's the trash man.
Yes.
So. Just pulled this suspender clip out. You can see the back, the hinges. It's my second one today, Kyle, suspender clip. The other one was plain, but this one's got writing on it. Let me see if I can block the sun for a second. It's got writing up here. It's hard to see. The sun is just brutal. I have another signal down there, but if you can see, I don't know if you can see them, there's a gazillion ants. When I dug the hole, they were living, I think, in this piece of wood. So I'm going to put this up there, but I do have another signal. So maybe it's another one. So I'll be back with something cool. All right, Kyle's got something. He thinks it's a wheat penny. I'm saying all the coppers I'm getting are
It's definitely
like
Lincoln. I think it's wheat. You just
Oh,
dropped
is it
something, Kyle.
Really?
Something just dropped, yeah.
We don't know. But you think there's a second signal in the hole,
I know,
Kyle?
yeah, I see 1
Mr.
cent.
Fresh said that. I have to check.
It's a wheatie.
So Doug sees 1 cent. I can't
Right
see
there.
anything.
Let me see. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wheatie spill. Wheatie spill.
This could be the seed of dime.
Wheatie
but
spill. That should be a cereal
That
commercial.
could be a Cheerio.
A Wheatie spill is a cereal commercial. Let's see. Kyle's got.
There it is. He's got it in his hand.
got
Oh,
his
it's
hand.
not anything.
It's something. Wheatie and lead slag.
Yeah. It's called wag.
There's Abe Lincoln. Good old honest Abe. Excellent job, sir.
Thank you.
All right, here's the buckle I got earlier. I was in the sun when I dug it. It says improved can tab buckle, I think. And this piece with the teeth I found in the hole also. It would attach into these grooves. And that's what would hold the suspender clip in place. But that's what it is. Some sort of fancy buckle, improved something buckle. I'm still in the far back. There's the Nibbler way up there dug. Beautiful house, the barn, the whole deal. But awesome find there. My second buckle just like this today, but the other one didn't have any words on it. Super cool. Whew, it's so hot today. It's about 95 degrees again. The bugs are really bad, especially out in the sun. So I'm sort of hiding in the shade, but a super cool buckle. I got about 4 or 5 Indians, a bunch of wheat pennies, not a bunch, but a few wheat pennies. Doug got the silver thimble. So we're finding some good things. Not a bad day too. I called Doug over. I was haphazardly digging a mid to low 70s. It sounded squeaky. I thought, oh, it's going to be a zinc penny. I called Doug over.
Oh, look at that.
It's a brass skeleton key.
Nice.
Doug,
Oh,
that is
sweet.
awesome. I think the tines broken off?
Yeah. Just a piece of it. That's definitely skeleton.
Man. I thought it was going to be a zinker. I didn't even bother calling you over. This came up really weird. If you can hear it, yeah, in the low 70s, just like a zinker would be.
Nice.
That is cool. It's a shame it's busted at the top. It's got to be about 9 skeleton keys I've dug over the years, but the brass ones are really nice usually. Oh well, still a really awesome piece.
It is.
Super cool. All right,
Congratulations.
Doug just said he's got a flat button. Let's see. It's been a flat button kind of yard. Looks like he was down pretty good.
Very small.
Oh yeah, you can see where the shank was. It was really tiny. I found one similar. I thought it might have been like a thumbtack, but I was only kidding. Yeah, it's a tiny old little flat button
Yeah, it was
with
deep.
no shank, totally shankless. Pretty cool. That's a tiny little guy.
Yep.
Nice find.
There might be something else in there.
I'm still doing by the back, and I found a lot of stuff. Just got a big old spoon, big old tablespoon. You see it's got a cool design to it up here with this little lip. There's probably some fancy up here. I don't know what it's made out of yet. I think it's silver plated. I'll clean it up later though. Got a lot of stuff today, mostly some really cool buttons. Doug is around the farm, oh, I'm sorry, around the barn. Kyle, I think he left for the day. He was tired, his back was hurting. But pretty cool find. Let's keep on rolling. I got another coin. I popped the plug up, it sounded good. It's actually stuck on the side of this clump still. It's gonna be another penny. I'm gonna just pop it out gently. And let's see what it is. It's Abe Lincoln. Oh wait, it's Canadian. Doug, I got a Canadian. I thought it was Abe Lincoln, but it's what's her face?
Yeah.
Queen Elizabeth.
What year?
I'm looking. Is the year on the front?
It's on the back with the.
It's Elizabeth II.
That looks old.
No, look, I think up there, 1982, I think.
Oh.
Up there. And something on the back. I think it's 82. Double
Is
give
it?
it the once over, but
Yeah.
pretty cool. We were just
Hey.
talking about foreign coins. Look how pretty she is, Doug.
Very. Oh, she never looked better.
See, Doug might have just found a ring. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me see. That might be... Well, I see some shininess coming through.
Yeah.
You see the fat part
There's
up
the
at
top right there.
Top's right here where my finger's touching. Is that a precious metal underneath, Doug?
I have no idea.
I hope it's
It
a
rang up
a ring.
80.
Very cool, man.
Yeah.
You have to clean it
A lot
off
of
and
neat
see if
stuff
there's a
back
stone.
here.
Awesome. We're really killing it back here.
Yeah, man.
Kyle
Thank
left
you.
already, too.
Yeah. It was not,
Doug got... Oh, yeah. Doug got a pocket... Oh, well.
look at that. It just
He got
disintegrated.
part of a pocket watch. Let's see. There's the old handle up top.
Yep. There's the part of the back that was left.
Hopefully the fob is in there at least, Doug. That'll be a
Yeah.
nice save.
Yeah.
Man, you found a pocket watch already. If you remember at Rich's, you found one.
Yeah, and I found that wristwatch.
That's true,
up here
that's true.
Today, so.
Watch out for Doug. That was a terrible joke. Nice fun. All right, it's got another one right here. Just popped it out.
Indian, right?
Doug. I think it might be foreign again, Doug. Look at that.
No.
Is that a shield? That's not a shield nickel.
No, that's a V nickel.
With that big 5 on the back?
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
I didn't think I had that big old 5 on the
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Not a shield nickel, Doug? Doug, I think it's
Wait a
a
minute.
shield nickel,
That's right. the
not a
shield
V
has
nickel.
a
It's
shield
a
has
shield
5 on the
nickel.
back.
Doug, you know, I've never in my life dug a shield nickel.
You have
Ever.
now.
Ever. Look at that.
There's the 5. Can you see the shield? Don't be afraid to rub it because
There it is. I think I'm seeing a little bit of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There it is.
There
Yeah,
it
you can
is.
see it.
I can see it with the way the sun's hitting it.
How
Nice.
awesome is I thought it was
Huh.
going to be another Canadian, Doug. This might be the oldest coin I've dug here then.
It's got
Because, I mean, this has got to be like
that'll be in the
1860s, 1870s.
late 50s, I think.
Oh, man. How cool
no,
is that?
that's right. 60s, 1860s.
Awesome find there. Not even that deep, Doug. Maybe 5 inches deep. I really messed up the plug. I thought it was over there, but it happens sometimes. I'm
Good
tired.
job, man.
Awesome coin.
Nice.
All right, Doug said he's got a really good button. He said I'm going to kick myself because I guess I was over this way. Oh, that's where I gave up.
And it was sitting right.
Oh, I
let me
gave
see.
up on
It was
that.
sitting like right there.
Oh,
And I ran
gave up on
over it.
You see
and-
the mess. I was frustrated, and I gave up on it.
Nice flat
Son
button
of
with a
gun.
shank.
But you know what, though, Doug? I got so many flat buttons out of here. You deserve a couple of
Well,
them.
thanks. Thank you. That was very nice of you.
I was looking and looking, and it seemed like the signal was jumping.
Yeah.
Now, granted, Doug, we've been here 9 hours. I haven't eaten all day. I'm really tired. But darn it.
Yeah.
It was right on top of the ground?
It was sitting right, and I ran over. I saw the 67, and wait
Yep,
a minute, that
that's a
looks
nice
like
flat
it's
button.
metal.
Well, good job. You deserve a couple of them,
Oh,
Doug.
thank you. Thanks for
Nice
leaving.
job. Like I said,
I
I
appreciate
got
it.
tired of it, and I said, you know what? Heck with that signal. On to the next.
All right.
Good find.
Yeah.
God, I'm pooped. Kyle left hours ago. Me and Doug have been here for maybe 10 hours now. Haven't eaten anything all day. We do go up and get some water. We dug all sorts of flat buttons, shield nickels, really cool relics, rings, pendants, all sorts of stuff. But I need to eat now. One more hole and we're out of here. Whew, great yard though. 2 days, both days, my bag was filled with good stuff. That's awesome. All right, on to the next one. Later, guys. All right, and here's my stuff, guys. This hunt actually turned out to be much better than I thought. In the field, I dug about 4 really crusty, what I thought were going to be pennies. I cleaned them up. Wait till you see what they are at the end. It is amazing. But I'm going to start up here with some of the weird relic-y things I got. I got this stupid toothpaste. I only kept it because it says Malay on it. And now that you've seen it, it's going to go in the trash. I got a silver-plated spoon. I just kind of liked it. Look at that cool little bump out there. Interesting design. There's a marking on it, but it's just silver-plated. I got some copper square nails. I got this one iron nail. I'm only showing it because look how pointy it was. It's almost like a hypodermic needle. That's why you got to wear gloves when you're digging the holes. Got this piece. This is aluminum, but look at all the fancy on there. It's all raised fanciness, cool design there, scroll work. There was some word across the top. Looks like it was only half of something. So I don't know, just pretty interesting. I wish I had the whole thing. I would have kept it. Some regular ammo, some shotgun shells, some lead, some cuff buttons. This piece, which I think is pewter, it's really heavy. You can see it's got like some feet on the bottom. Don't really know what it is, just a piece of it, but interesting enough to warrant the wrap-up table. This little piece, which I've got a bunch of, I don't know, maybe it's to a suspender clip or something. I'm not sure. It's got some pointy pieces on this end. Don't know. And then I got these two, which were in the same hole. These are brass, cool fancy on them. They would tack down to something on the ends. Don't know what the heck they are either. These are my buttons. I got a flat button, another flat button. This is a ball button, half a ball button. You can see where the shank was, it broke off, but it's small, it's cool, tiny little piece. This flat button's got a lot of gold gilt on there. You can see it said maybe Patterson, London, not sure. I'll finish cleaning it up. I always like those buttons. And then this button, which I don't even know if it's old, you can see it, it's raised up there where I guess the thread would go through. On the back it says Universal, and there's some markings at the bottom, some sort of a pattern. I don't know, I just thought it was really cool looking. I have no idea the age on that guy. Piece of a suspender clip, and then these two big suspender clips. This one has no writing on it, but it does have a cool mark in the middle. And then this one's a beast. It says improved can tab buckle. You can see those little grooves there and at the bottom where this piece would fit in and those teeth would clamp down onto your fabric. So really awesome one there. I got the brass skeleton key. It's a shame a little piece of the tine's broken off up top, but otherwise it's really cool. You can see it's bent. I guess somehow in the hole it got bent. But who doesn't love finding brass skeleton keys? I mean, geez, that's a heck of a find. These are my modern coins, pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters. The quarters brings my Beja today 2018 quarter count to 156. That's for you, Barbara. These are my wheat pennies. I got 9 wheat pennies. I flipped them over this week. You can see the back. I didn't have any key dates or anything like that. So the back actually looks better than the front, I think. I got these two. In the field, I ID'd them as Canadian. They're actually British. They're British 1 pennies. They're not even that old. They're from the 1980s. But I don't find a whole lot of British pennies, so that warrants the table. And then these are my pride and joy. Where do you see these? The first one, I kind of found it like this. I cleaned it right in the field. It's my first ever shield nickel. And that 5 came out great. Nickels are notoriously hard to clean, so I am really happy with the way this looks right now. I'm going to keep it just how it is. The back has the shield on there. The date would be at the bottom. I can't clean it to get the date off of there. It's probably like 1860s, 1870s, something like that. But my first ever shield nickel. I love it. And then, like I said, I had 4 crusty pennies. At least I thought they were pennies. One of them turned out to be a wheat penny. These are the other 3 here. This one turned out to be an Indian. You can see the headdress on there. I kind of stopped cleaning it. The year I can make out the bottom was 190. It's 1900 something. The back I didn't even start to clean yet. It is pretty mangled. But the next 2 are the cream of the crop. Wait till you see this one. This turned out to be not a coin at all, but an Army-Navy token. This is from the Civil War. You can see the crossed swords at the bottom. On the back, it is a really rare design. It's upside down, I'm sorry. This is called the Peacemaker Token. It's got a cannon in the middle. You can see the cannon balls stacked right to the left of the wheel. At the bottom, it's dated 1863. This is one of the really rare designs. Normally, it's a bust on the front, but this Peacemaker one is super rare. This probably came back from one of the Union soldiers, something like that. Awesome piece. I can't believe it. I thought it might be a wheat penny. You start cleaning things and you never know. And then this one is a little thicker. I thought it might be a fatty. It's a flying eagle penny. My 4th ever flying eagle. I could barely see the date. The camera's not picking it up. It's 1857. They only put these in production 2 years, 1857 and 1858. This one's the 1857. The back I didn't even start cleaning. You can see how bad it is. You can see a little bit of the E and the NT for 1 cent, but a flying eagle penny. It's my 4th one I've ever gotten. There is an 1856. It was more of like a prototype, never went in production. If you find one of those, you're a millionaire. But man, I love it. Google it if you want to see what a pretty one looks like. And that was my hunt, guys. Much better than I thought it was when I left. This house has really been amazing. When I left, I didn't even know I had those super good coins, and I was still happy with my finds. Doug, if you saw in the video, he found that silver thimble. It was engraved with initials. He brought it back to the homeowner a few days later. The homeowner knew who the initials were. It was from a family member way, way back, I think like the turn of the century, last century, that lived next door. And the homeowner was super happy to have it. That's what this hobby's all about. Awesome hunt there for Doug. Kyle had some cool things too. I think he had to work. He bolted early, so I forget what he got, but I'm sure we all did really well. Next week's video, I'm not sure what you're gonna see yet. We did go back a 3rd time because it rained. When it rains, the ground is super conductive. You're gonna find things deeper. You're gonna hit things with a better signal than you would if it was dry. So we went back a 3rd time and found more amazing things, and then we went off to another place too. That's probably what I'm gonna put up, I'm not sure yet. But thanks for watching. Happy hunting, everybody. I'll see you on the next one. Later.